This week on JTV, we have our craft expert, Jennifer Ackerman-Haywood. And what are we making?
We're going to do some gift wrap using tropical leaves and crayons. We're going to do some rubbings.
Awesome. So stick around. So let's get started with today's project. So, our craft expert, you're back and we're coloring today.
A throwback to our 5-year-old
I love to color.
kindergarten projects.
We went last year, we had a webisode where we actually toured the Crayola factory, and we did that as a location webisode for JTV.
I wish I
So
could have came along
I
for
have
that.
my colors that,
Oh, you need to show them that.
yeah, they're all, I stood there for hours and created them at the color bins.
I love it.
Yeah, so I have colors.
We'll
so
put
good.
those to use today.
All right. So what are we doing? What are we gonna make?
Well, we're going to make wrapping paper. I don't know about you, but I often find myself in a jam where you realize, oh, the kid's birthday party or the shower gift or whatever is like
Right now.
immediate. You're on your way. You have the gift and you thought you were good to go.
Right.
But then you look and you realize you have no wrapping paper.
Okay.
And I have used just grocery bags turned inside out and let the kids color on
Green
them.
alert. We have a green alert here on
Yes.
JTV, so green alert, you could reuse your shopping bags for that, or you could reuse other paper, I guess, too.
Exactly. And if it's for a kid's party, you can get away with turning the grocery bag inside out and letting the kids color on it if it's going to a kid's party. But if you're going to something a little more adult,
Okay, yeah, so like a wedding or
and
something
you have
like
your
that.
kid draw a picture, depending on your audience, it might not be as well received.
Okay.
So one of the things I try to do is I keep craft paper on hand, and
Okay.
this is just, you can get a roll of it at pretty much any craft store.
Perfect.
And it's just a nice color that you can then enhance with nature's help.
See, and we get craft paper too. Our flowers, many times that we get from our flower sellers, come wrapped in craft paper too. So it's a great way to
Recycle
recycle
it.
that
Exactly.
at the store. And a lot of times, even at the flower shop, they got their kids at the store. So this is a great kind of a thing to keep them busy with cool stuff from around
Right,
the
and
flower
it's
shop.
something that, yeah, if you have a client, you're meeting with a client and they have children, you might even want to have the paper out there with some crayons. So this is a good way to not only use it for wrapping paper on for your own purposes, but to entertain children
Okay.
if you need to. So
Perfect. Now we have, these are foliages. These are pin philodendron, monstera leaves, a salome leaf, and that's kind of what we have today.
the first thing you're going to want to do, as you can see, the stems on these are quite, sturdy, and you need to remove that. So
Okay.
the first thing we're going to do is cut that off.
So I cut it off close.
Cut it off really close because you want
Okay.
this to lay flat.
Oh, okay.
This is the part where you have to be very careful.
Right.
And of course, if you're working with
So-
children, you don't want a child to do this part.
Right.
Okay.
So, yep.
Okay, and
So we have 3 different kinds.
Yes, and so you can make some decisions about if you want the veins. I usually turn them upside
Okay.
down because you're going to get more definition
You
through
got the
paper.
texture. You've got all those little veins
Right.
on the back.
So if
That's
you turn them
cool.
upside down, and you can repeat these if you only have one. It's
Okay.
totally fine. If you want to use the same one, you can repeat it.
Okay.
But today, what we're going to do is just kind of tape some paper down and show you folks
Aha,
how
okay.
to do this. So
So-
if you want, we can put these kind of close.
Okay.
We'll put them kind of in the center here,
Perfect. That's good.
and then let's get the other one. If you want to cut that
Oh,
one.
I'm going to cut that one too.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we'll just kind of get. Now this is something, if you're going to use this as wrapping paper, you definitely want to allow yourself a little more time. Because this will slow you down a little bit if
Okay.
you're making it immediately.
All right.
All right. Now we have to peek here and make sure that we're not. Okay.
So we've got it nice and tight over the top. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to use red. What color are you going to use here?
I'm going to use green, of course.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Then just kind of feel where your leaf is.
Okay.
And just start going here.
And we're moving back
and
and,
at first,
forth.
you might think you got to be a believer here.
Oh,
At first,
okay.
you might not see a whole lot going on.
Right.
And it's okay if you go away from your over the edge. It's totally
Right,
fine.
because that's where I get the definition.
Right.
And it hardens it up.
And so this
Now,
is
and so since it's not very flat, I want to be careful too where it is kind of textural too, so I don't poke through it.
right. And this is forgiving. If you don't like what you did, just grab another piece of paper and try it again. But I think it looks cool when it's imperfect. And
This is like, they do it with gravestones too, don't they?
right. Yeah, when I was in school, we used to actually walk for health. It was our walk for health.
Okay.
As part of health class, we would walk to a cemetery for health to get our mileage up. And I always thought that was quite funny, that we were walking for our health through a cemetery. Kind of like, some little message to the kids, like you better walk or you're going to die or something. I'm not quite sure what they were going for, but it was
I think a gravestone rubbing would be great for like a 50th birthday party. I think you could use a gravestone rubbing for the, you know.
It depends on the sense of humor that your recipient
My
has.
sense of humor.
You
Okay.
might be receptive to something like that, but not everyone.
So can I use another color with it?
You can. Orange looks really good. We tried that. So.
Oh. So I can kind of give it a, because the Monstera leaf wouldn't normally turn like fall colors, but that's awfully
but
pretty.
you can take control of that situation. But this is really fun, and I like to do this with my kids too. We have a good time with the rubbings. And it's a little less morbid than the gravestone rubbings.
Right. It's flower-based, which we love this. So now you're going to post instructions for this up online.
Yeah,
for
this
us,
is
too.
it's pretty self-explanatory. What we'll also do though is we'll put some recommendations. We'll tell people what we used and where they can get that. But of course, if they're florists, they'll know where to get that.
Right.
And yeah, so we'll put some recommendations up there. Maybe show some samples of different rubbings.
That's pretty cool.
I love
My leaf
that.
kind of moved a little bit, but then it kind
you
of
know
did a
what?
superimposed
It doesn't
little
matter.
3D effect thing.
I really like the two-tone. I really like that.
Okay, so now also plug for you, craftsanity.com is your website. You have
Yes.
podcasts on there, which are awesome.
Yeah, I
And-
interview people who make things from all over the world. I've been
Right.
doing that for about 4.5 years.
And it's so wonderful. I go there and I listen, and it's just really cool because you can listen to the stuff, and you have videos up there now too?
Yeah, I'm actually doing more tutorials and more demos of like how to make things, and it's a lot of fun. I love it.
Craftsanity.com, so remember that too. This is awesome. So then we would use this and we would wrap presents with it.
Or hang it on the wall.
Awesome.
Yes.
This is so cool. Thanks, Jennifer, so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Until next week, keep having fun with flowers.